Tenant participation is all about being involved in your community. Tenant involvement is good for the community because it gives residents a better chance of improving the services that are provided by the council. It helps to solve local problems and helps to bring communities together. My first experience of tenant participation began during the summer holidays last year. I woke up in the morning, hit the alarm clock, got out of my bed and went to the window. At first, the estate where I lived looked great. It almost gleamed in the morning sunshine. Then all of a sudden, something caught my attention. At the edge of the estate there was a patch of land, overgrown, covered in rubbish, with an old youth shelter on its last legs. No matter how well the rest of the estate looked, all I could think about was this awful piece of land and the feeling of frustration that it was beyond my control to fix. But then I saw it. A notice board with a poster promoting tenant participation. The words "you can make a difference" jumped out at me, and I could already feel the feeling of frustration slowly dissolving. I soon called the tenant participation unit at the council, discussed the problem I had and asked how I and others could help to resolve it. The tenant participation unit helped to organise an estate improvement event, and together with a group of local residents and council workers, we set about cleaning up the area. The tenant participation unit also helped to secure funding to allow us to put in a vegetable garden and new fencing. Local children even helped to design the flyer to advertise the opening of the garden. And funding was also found to paint and repair the youth shelter, meaning younger residents could once again seek shelter when the clouds drew in. The success of this event was enough to encourage me to become a block rep. Being a block rep has allowed me to be a voice for the local residents, by helping the council to understand the tenants' needs, and by finding out and understanding how housing services and their partners work. As a block rep, I like to welcome new tenants to the area, show them around if they're unfamiliar with their surroundings, and I also advise them about how they can also be involved in estate improvements. Many of the new tenants I have met have later come on estate walkabouts with other members of the community, as well as the local housing officer. In fact, it was during an estate inspection that my local housing officer suggested that I get in touch with Tenants Link, a magazine that aims to update tenants about what is happening with the council and the services that affect them. I now sit on the editorial board. We meet every 3 months to discuss and suggest stories for the next edition. All of these things began with one simple phone call, so if you are ready to be a champion of your community, get in touch with the Tenant Participation Unit today. It's simple as that.